Hey, what's up guys? Big Time Collector 01 here, back at again with another action figure review. And today, we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series 86 Devastator. Of course, there's nothing here. There's no box, obviously. You're just going to need all the Constructicons. So let's get to it and sound off the Constructicons. You're going to need one Voyager class Scrapper, one Deluxe class Bone Crusher, one Commander class Hook and Long Haul with trailer, one Deluxe class Scavenger, and then one final piece, that being Voyager class Mixmaster. And once you have all said figures, you're ready to go. You want to start them all out in alt mode and vehicle mode. The first limbs that we're going to be building are the arms, so you're going to need Scavenger and Bone Crusher. Starting off with Scavenger, the first thing you're going to want to do is take off his gun and then straighten out the hook like so. Then you want to unpeg the legs from the, or the treads from the base here like so. Then you bring this down, fold this in. Before you close up the legs, you're going to want to pivot this is, I assume, the right leg. And then on the left leg, you're going to pull this tab down. Then you're going to snap them back together. Make sure you tab this little tab here to the foot. And then lastly, you're just going to want to rotate this so the hinge is facing forward. This will be the elbow. Next, we're going to do Bone Crusher. So first, you're going to want to unpeg the gun. Then just like Scavenger, you're going to undo the legs so you can pull this down. And just like Scavenger, you're going to tilt one of the ankles and then pull this tab down. It's on the opposite side this time. Then you're just going to close things up. Just like with Scavenger, you're just going to close things up. Make sure everything is tabbed into place. And then make sure you have this tabbed into the foot, like so. And then this piece will be the elbow, so make sure the bend is going forward. Now moving on to the legs, we're going to need Mixmaster and Scrapper. Starting off with Scrapper, you're going to take the scoop and make sure it's in all the way down. That way you can tab the hook or the scoop in with this tab. That's going to lock it into place, like so. Going to move the scoop up like so. That way you're left like this. You're going to undo the arms like so. And then flip them around. And then close them back up. Then you're going to turn the arms to the inside here to make the heel. Okay, so we're not done with the heels yet. You take the elbows and you flip them the other way, like so. And then you flip out the hands. And then you're going to want to take the legs, pull them back a little bit, turn this around, and then close them back up. Then we'll do Mixmaster. First you remove the gun, and then you untab the windshield here, and then move it up to the front like so, or to the top like so. And that's just really cool how they did that. That's so nice and satisfying to do. Next, you gotta fold these down. For some reason, the instructions don't tell you to fold them down, but then you fold these down. Then you want to take the arms here and just unplug them like so. Just have them out at an angle, and then you're done. Next are the torso parts. We're going to start with Long Haul over here. First, you're going to want to disconnect the trailer. Just open up the legs or just pull it out. I'm going to start by undoing the legs over here like so. Then you want to take the arms and then flip them forward like so. Like if you're doing him back into robot mode. Then you flip the arms out like so. And then you bring them in again like you're doing robot mode. You now want to bring the elbows down and rotate them to where the tabs are facing outwards like this. You bring the elbows like so, and then tab them right there. Hold on. Yeah, the tabs are facing out, and then you tab them like that. Then you do the same thing for the other side. And you want to take the legs and then move it down, and then shift this up. Then you want to untab this here. Bring it back like so. That way it's flush to the legs. And then you close it up. And lastly, this is very simple. You just take the heels for, Long Haul and then plug them into here. And then there's Long Haul into combined mode. Next is Hook. And the instructions say first to lift this up. And this isn't necessary, but if you want to make things easier, you can take the hook off if you really like. Then you bring down this fist. You only bring down this part over here, not the other side. Then you want to pop Devastator's head out like so. Then you want to untab the feet and bring them down. Next, you want to just split this open like so. They're each side's on a hinge, so you just want to split them open like so. Just separate them. Okay, so remember when we separated this from the beginning? That's so you can slide it forward and then just you tab that in. Took off the hook so I can just show off how, just to show off how this works. You just unplug it and then you slide it back and then you just plug it back in. Okay, this part is pretty tricky to read on the instructions, so we're gonna do this. It's so hard to explain. So what you want to do is you want to flip this forward and then flip this forward as well. That way the two ends are now facing the front. Just snap it together like so. Next, you just want to rotate the hook and then bring it back like so. But again, if you want, you can take it off. Next, you want to bring the head, bring it down like so to lock everything in place. Just gonna snap things together. So I forgot to mention this, but you do want to close both the fists when you're doing this. Next, you want to do is flip the legs, click them into place. Next, you want to unfold this tab from Hook's chest. Next, you want to bring out some extra pieces. So you bring this forward, flip that out, close it back up. And then the other side just flips out like so. And then I just decided to save the head for the last part, so you're going to want to rotate it, flip this piece up, flip the face out, then put it back down. Next, let's work on the waist piece to Devastator. So, of course, you're going to just want to take off all the extra pieces first. Next, you're going to want to take the front piece here, flip that up, like so. Just flip it up all the way. Then you want to flip this back, or this forward and then this back like so. Make sure everything is tabbed into place. Okay, ignore that last part. I kind of did this wrong. So you want to do it like this. You want to flip it out like this. Flip this forward, or flip this forward, flip this. It's easier said than done, but you want it to end up looking like this, I think. You're going to want to end up ending looking like this, and then you flip this up. Then you take these will be the hip skirts, you flip these up, and then you flip the legs down, and then you close them back up. And lastly, you just want to make the connector point, just flip these two up like so until they click into place. And there you go. Now let's put everything together. We're going to start with hook and long haul here. To get everything tabbed up, you just want to line the tabs up with the slots here. It's easier said than done, so just be careful when you're putting it together, like so. What I like to do is, this is obviously supposed to go here, while this is supposed to go here. So you just want to click it in together. Now you have these two halves tabbed together. Again, just make sure everything is nice and secure, that way, nothing's loose. Next, you want to slide this waist piece to the hole here, right here, and I'm trying to do everything on camera, but it is really hard to do so. So if I just cut, there we go. There you go, that's in there. And then you just want to make sure everything is tabbed together. Now let's attach the limbs. We're going to first start with the legs. Starting with Scrapper, you want to bring his legs back and open them up. To attach Scrapper, you want to slide in these pieces. There are tab slot connections, so it does make things easier, but you do want to slide in some pieces like so. It's again, this is so hard to do on camera, but you want to slide this somewhere. I just had it. I just did it. Yeah, you want to plug this into here and then slide this like so. You want to, like that. You see, hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully you guys can see that. As you can see, you can slide that into there. Again, this is just so hard to do on camera. There, it's in there. And then you just close the leg back up. And then you bring the leg back forward to lock everything into place. Next, you're going to want to do Mixmaster. And he's a lot more simple. Just bring this forward. And then bringing Devastator, you just slide him in like so. And then you close that back up to lock everything in place. And then there you have the legs. Next are the arms. We're going to start with Bone Crusher on the right here. Just going to see this little tab that's sticking out. You're going to slide that into here, like so. Yeah, there you go. Just make sure it's locked into place. And then again with the other side, You're going to take this and slide it into here. And here's where all the extra pieces come in. First, we're going to start out with the hands. You're just going to want to flip that out, flip the peg down, then turn it this way, like so. That way the flat or the solid part is facing forward. This will be the left arm. Just slide it over like so. And then you're just going to want to do the same for the other side. For the chest plate, you're going to want to take this centerpiece and then the wing pieces and just plug them onto the sides like so. And then to plug it into Devastator, you flip this down, you flip this down, you connect it to the side. There's this peg hole, but it's not going to be used to plug it into the figure. You just tap it in like so, close that up, and there you have it. Okay, before we move on to the actual figure, the guns, all the way for the Constructicons, all go in a certain place. You just got to remember whose is whose so you can plug it with whoever. So Longhole's gun goes right here under Mixmaster's toe, right like so. Then you're going to want to take Bone Crusher's gun and then plug it into here. You can plug it any way you like. You can plug it like this or like up here. I'm going to plug it into the side. And then Scavenger's gun right here will plug into Scavenger like so. And to plug in everyone else's guns, there's like tabs or slots or holes over here, the 5mm ports. It doesn't say exactly where you got to put them. You can just put them anywhere you like, really, just wherever there's a hole, just put them in there. And here we have it. Oh my goodness, we have Devastator all built. I can't believe this is actually real in my hands. This is, oh my god, this is amazing. But before we take a look at the figure, let's take a closer look at I can't even talk. Let's take a closer look at his accessories. He only comes with one, technically two, because it comes in two parts. This is the big gun that came with the scrapper. You just put it together, and then there you go. You have Devastator's gun. For him to hold it like so, you just plug it into his hand like so, and that looks good. But he has a very loose grip on it. It's not the tightest. Like, if they made the peg just a little longer, you would have a tighter grip on it. Like it's he can hold it, it's just not the tightest grip. He can probably drop it very easily. But I'm not gonna really display him with the gun because he never had it in the movie. I don't even know where to start. This looks so amazing. It looks so good. This is the one character I've been wanting in my Transformers collection for a long time, and it's finally here. And oh my goodness, he just looks so good. I really like how he looks. And he's not a skeleton combiner. I do have Menasor, and he's not a skeleton combiner like him. And I don't have any problems with skeleton combiners. I know a lot of people don't like them, but it's just so cool to have a actual combiner that can actually all this is all the parts are most of the parts are just the robots. That's so dope. The only faux parts are the shins and the waist, the fists here. It's not like Combiner Wars. I never had the Combiner Wars one, and I never got into that line. But I heard that, from stories from reviewers, that thing was so unstable. But this guy, oh yeah, he's solid. Just giving him that shake test, he's solid. Nothing feels loose. I mean, the arms do feel a little loose. You can see him wiggle, but they can hold a pose with no problem, whatsoever. And we'll get to the articulation, but oh my goodness. And he's just full of ratchet joints as well, as you can hear with the ankles. And then the legs. Oh, man, you have... man, oh my goodness. I'm at a loss for words. This is just amazing. Now let's move on to this figure's articulation. Starting off with the head. You're not going to get anything other than the rotation. It can rotate all the way around. He won't look up or down. You can get an unnatural look up if you untab it. But again, that's just unnatural. The arms move out this much. They move down. They rotate all the way around. You get a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbows that don't get 90 degrees, but it's still a decent bend. Wrists do rotate. And he has finger articulation. He has a very limited waist swivel, but it's surprising that he even has one in the first place. Okay, I'm going to have to stand up for this, but we're going to take a look at the legs. So, taking a look at the legs, you're going to, flip up the hip skirt here, and then to kick it forward, you're gonna hear those ratchets. He can kick forward that much. He can kick back a little bit. Kick out. Oh my goodness, this is just amazing. Look at that. He has a single jointed knee with some nice ratchets, and you do get a pretty good range. You get about 90 degrees of bend. You do get thigh rotation. And the whole reason, Scrapper and Mixmaster were Voyagers, he has ankle tilt with ratchets. Oh my goodness, I love ratchet joints. With Scrapper here, it's a little bit more tighter. At least on my copy, so so just be careful with yours. But he does have it. See, it's just a little more tighter. You're just don't want to force it all the way. But with Mixmasters, it's more easier to move. All right, time to measure out the big guy himself. So starting off, we're gonna start with the bottom to his head. Up to his head, he's around 13 inches tall, but to the highest point with Bone Crusher Scoop, he's around almost 14 inches tall. Starting off with some comparisons, here he is with the Devastation Optimus Prime. They made this Optimus Prime a deluxe class so he can scale with Devastator, and holy crap, he is tiny compared to him. That's just amazing. And then here he is next to a Dinobot. We have Swoop, and remember when we thought the Dinobots were huge? Just look at Devastator compared to Swoop. Like, Swoop is still a big figure, but oh my goodness, this is amazing. What can I say? This is amazing. Just having this figure all built up and in the collection is just freaking awesome. This is definitely up there for one of the best Transformers of the year. This is awesome. I really do like it. To get to this point was pretty, it's pretty expensive. You gotta dish out at least almost 200, maybe 250 bucks to get the full set, because you gotta get a $90 Commander class set, two, $25.99 deluxe classes, and then two $34.99 Voyagers. But the end result is just so worth it. It just looks amazing. Just look at this. This is amazing. This is an awesome figure. Granted, he is shorter than the Combiner Wars version, but I never had that version, nor do I care for that size, if we're being honest, because he's definitely just going to fit in better with Menasor and the other Decepticons in my collection, so that's just great. But according to what others say, this is so much better than Combiner Wars, and I can't be, and I'm happier that it is, because I heard that Combiner Wars was just not the best, but overall this is just amazing. The individual Constructicons, are they the best figures? They're hit or miss, depending on a few of the figures. The deluxe class figures, they're just okay. Scavenger was pretty fun. Bone Crusher was very lacking. The Commander class figures, those I really was a little disappointed with them. Like, I was pretty disappointed with the two of them. And then the Voyagers, I think, are the standouts. They're the best of the set. But the end result, to combine them all, is worth it for sure. Just look at this. It's just awesome to see them all together as Devastator. Oh my god. Like, again, you guys have no idea how much I love the Transformers 86 movie. And the scene where Devastator forms for the first time was my first introduction to the character. My god, it still sends shivers down my spine every time I see it, because it's just so awesome. I freaking love this. This is just awesome. I can't stop gushing about it. It's just so cool. Oh man, before I just keep gushing my heart out about this figure, I'm just gonna end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.